Hi everyone. Today I'm gonna make a video telling you a bit about me. Um, Anywho, my name is Ashley, and you can call me Ashley or Ashes, which my kindergarten teacher gave me the nickname Ashes, and it just sort of stuck with me. And it's great because I haven't ever met another Ashes. So you can also call me Fun Size if you like, because I am very short. Um, Anywho, I was born in Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey. No, it's not a courthouse. I have been asked that actually. It's just a city in South Jersey. But I've been living in Florida since I was 2. Um, I've moved around a lot. The farthest out of state I have ever been was New York. I've only been there once. Um, I have a twin sister. Her name is Amber. And I have a son. He'll be turning 2 in December. He's great. His name is David. And his father and I are not together. And we just don't see eye to eye. Um, I'm also going to school for cosmetology, if you guys were wondering. Um, yeah, it is enjoyable. There are some hard parts, like the book work is a lot to handle and remember. And I'm just trying to make it through it. And sorry about the music, but um, I've got a few more months left. Hopefully, I get my license so I can start. What I actually want to do is like what the people on Face Off used to do, like with prosthetics and stuff like that, creating fantasy characters. And yeah, I would just love to do something like that because I love to create. I'm a very creative person. I love writing poetry. I love singing. I love dancing. I like creating. Um, my mom just recently got me an awesome calligraphy pen, and I got crimson and black ink. Speaking of, crimson and black are my favorite colors. Um, no, I'm not emo, if you were wondering. I just like the dark styles. I'm not a poser either. I really am deep into um, darkness. I know that sounds terrible, but um, I'm different of what I've been told. I've always asked people, what is it about me that's so great or so wonderful, or what is it about me that like draws you to me? And people normally say, well, you're different, but I don't know what that means. I don't ever know what that means. I just like doing my own thing. I'm my own person. I am a bit of a nerd. I do like gaming. I like creating my own characters and stuff like that. I love to draw. Um, as I said, I like to write poetry. I have written a book before. I never finished it. I'm a bit of a procrastinator, even though I try not to be. Um, I have had a lot of deaths in my family, and first off, my first boyfriend that actually took my virginity, um, he died, and it's a very touchy subject. Not many people can actually say that their first boyfriend is no longer alive. Um, and he died from getting hit by a drunk driver on the crosswalk where the lights are. And he flew 50 feet in the air when he was on his bike, and that's how he died. So, note to all you guys, be careful out there on the crosswalks. Even though it's a crosswalk, some people aren't the greatest of drivers and they don't pay attention. So you always have to be aware whether you be driving or walking or riding a bike or anything. It's very dangerous. I also lost my older sister. Um, oh, speaking of the my first boyfriend, his name was David, and that's why my son's name is David, because I named him after my first boyfriend. But his middle name is Tyrion, which baby daddy named him uh, the middle name from Tyrion from Game of Thrones. Anywho, so my sister Danielle, she passed away when she was 20. Um, she was prescribed a certain drug, and she took in homeless people into her home, an old lady and her two sons, and they were bums. Um, and basically, she wasn't feeling good, and the lady gave her something of hers and said, "Here, this will make you feel better." Um, and so she took it, and she was sleeping next to her boyfriend at the time, and she started puking. So he pushed her off the bed, and so she felt like she basically died on her face, and she was dead for 11 hours before anyone got up to go call an ambulance. And before the ambulance got there, the old lady and her two sons, they, she grabbed all her drugs and left with her two sons before the cops showed up. And I remember getting the call that um, it was her baby daddy at the time, because she had three kids, but I'll get into that some other time. Um, yeah, and he told me, and I just went completely in shock. I was stuck, like frozen. I couldn't believe. And then my sister just grabbed the phone, and she's like, "She's dead." Like, it was really tragic for us. She was the closest one to her, but yeah, it was a hard time. It was when I was 17. It was yeah, and then I remember this. I was with my twin sister, and we got caught shoplifting from Walmart. It was after Danielle passed away that year, because she passed away on March 30th, 2008, and me and my sister just decided to go steal a couple things from Walmart, and this was 4/21, 2008, and yeah, we stole a couple things, but nothing extreme. Um, Funny story. If you guys want to know, just ask. Um, yeah, so that happened after Danielle's death, and well, I had to go through teen court and do jury duty and community service. So note to you guys, try to stay out of trouble. I mean, eventually it will get wiped away. If you are a minor from your record, it gets wiped away at 18, so you start out with a clean slate. But be very careful what you do. Always keep your eyes open and try to obey the law as much as you can. Um, Anywho, so we've done a lot of moving around. Um, I do love the beach. I was actually conceived on the beach, which is awesome, like Jersey Shore. I'm a bit of a dork. I know that word is not okay. My meaning of dork is basically a silly person or a nerd, but that's not really what it means. Um, but I am a smoker. and I wish it wasn't that hard for me to quit because my mom, she's suffered through 5 different types of cancer. Um, some of them related to smoking, and others related to like from being a child and not wearing sun protection. Um, yeah, she's been through quite a bit. I'm very grateful that she is still around. I mean, I'm glad I have her if I can't have my older sister. Um, she's like my best friend. Um, she watches David while I go to school, and I go to school Monday through Friday. Um, I normally have David 4 days a week, and his dad has him 3 days a week. And we have an agreement at what time and stuff that he comes to get him. And I just I've been through quite a bit of things in my life. I mean, I can't stand it when a person is older than you and then they judge you thinking that you don't know as much as them because of your age. When actually in reality that um, sometimes you do know more than that older person. They just won't ever admit that you're right because they're always right. Um, Anywho, but I could talk on and on about my life story. If you guys really want to know, if you want to get to know me, just talk to me one on one. You could always um, message me on Facebook, or you can just comment on the video below, suggest anything that you would like for me to talk to you about. Just write it in, or any questions you may have. But like I said, I mean, I suffer with depression and anxiety nearly on a daily basis. So it's nice to have someone there and nice to know that someone will be there for you. So if you need anybody out there, if you guys need somebody to talk to, someone you can relate to one on one, I'm definitely here for you, and I'm a great listener, and I won't put you down. I won't judge you. I'm here for you. And that is what exactly what my page is about. It's about support for people suffering with anxiety and depression. And I'm hoping that my page can grow and help towards the cause, because you guys are not alone. You're not the only ones out there that are lonely and depressed and suffer from anxiety and have problems. Everybody has their own problems, and you should never judge them by the way they look or the way they act, because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know their story. That's why it's good to talk and communicate with people, because that way you can learn and you aren't so quick to judge. Um, I deal with it a lot. So I said, if you guys need someone to talk to, I'm here for you completely. I'm not going to judge you guys. I'm like a flower child. I'm like, peace be with thee, and, you know, peace on earth. Everybody, trying to get everybody to get along. It's a bit of a challenge because there's so many monsters out there. But I try and I manage. Um, it's really hard trying to get through school with a toddler and just trying to get homework done, trying to do things, trying to keep the house clean, just all of that, and still trying to manage to have time for myself. It's damn near impossible, but I try and I manage, and that's all that matters. There's some days where I just don't want to do it anymore, and I feel like being weak, but I don't have that option to be weak, so I have to continue being strong. And for those of you that ever do feel weak, just know that it's only one day. There's always going to be more days, and there will definitely be better days. You just have to look on the brighter side of things. You may think to yourself, well, there is no brighter side to things, but there really is. And if you just weigh out your options and pros and cons, you'll realize that living is so much more. I mean, life is hard. It's supposed to be hard. If life wasn't hard, it'd be boring. Um, Death is easy, they say, but as far as the route to go, the best thing for you to do is to continue fighting so you can make something of yourself. You can have something to be proud of. And that's what I've learned. I am proud of my son. He surprises me every day. And he's way too smart for his own good. He smarts me out sometimes. Um, but just know that I'm here for you guys. Um, I'm hoping that this, maybe is some way for you to relate to me. And I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. I definitely need more subscribers for my page. I'm trying to make this awareness page bigger. So any likes and subscriptions would be great. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk. Like I said, if you have any questions, just comment below. Thank you guys. Have a good night.